Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make the interior for my claw machine house. And I do realise that this video is a little bit late, and I really do apologise, but it couldn't be helped too much because I've been having a lot of computer trouble, and that's why the video has been delayed. I also want to point out that the tutorial for the interior of the claw machine is 100% dependent upon the fact that you actually have the claw machine house built. So if you haven't got the claw machine house built yet, and you like the look of the interior, so you want to do both of them, check out the card system and the description below in this video, and I'll leave you a link to the claw machine house both in the card system and in the description below. Of course, you could apply the interior to a vast variety of other houses, but it's been specifically designed for this one, so why not make the actual claw machine house that it's designed for. That's more than enough talking, guys. Let's get this thing started. So the first thing that we're going to do for the interior for this claw machine house is we're just going to actually turn it into a big giant room. We're actually going to make it a little bit more house-like. And you know what? The first thing that we might have to do here is we might have to light it up. So grab yourself some torches, grab yourself a bit of red wool. We'll also need some black later on. Grab yourself some white stained glass, and also grab yourself some glowstone. And you know what else? Also grab yourself some stone brick stairs and grab some stone bricks. Also grab some nether brick fence. And we'll need a load more stuff later on, so we'll just grab it as we need it, but we should be okay for now. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm just going to light up the interior of this place a little bit. So like where we have the back of these of where we have the back of like where you'd put coins in the coin slots, I'm going to add some torches here. I'm going to add some torches around this speaker. This is the internal part of the speaker, just to light this up a bit. And this is going to function as a hallway. So we're going to be adding stairs that come all the way up from here, like where the prize would be exerted. And we're going to have some stairs coming all the way up to lead us to this little hallway here. And this big massive space here is where the bulk of the house is going to be. And there's also going to be a staircase that takes us all the way up into where the prizes are kept. So first of all, just take out your red wool and add an additional layer of red wool on top of this little lip that we have here. So just make everything like flat solid ground like this. Once you've got that taken care of, we're actually going to add a staircase. So the staircase is going to start right here. So can you see in this corner, staircase is going to start here, and we're going to have like a layer of stone brick stairs that kind of like curve all the way around the... We're going to have a layer of stone brick stairs that kind of like curve all the way around the chute that the prize will get exerted out of. So in the corners, I'm just doing like stone bricks, and that's what those are for. And obviously, I'm just doing stone brick stairs all the way around there. It just gives a bit of a cleaner look. Obviously, you could put like stairs in the corner here and they'd still function as stairs, but I want it to look a little bit cleaner. And if you start all the way here in that corner and you curve the stairs around, they should end roughly here. And if you want to make the stairs look a little bit nicer, which I do, you might want to add some... I know it's a little bit difficult in some of these spots. You might want to add some upside down stairs underneath the regular facing stairs, and that will just give a bit of a cleaner look. And you might also want to add some added lighting. You might want to light the place up a little bit more. All of the lighting is really just 100% like up to you. It's the lighting is just, you know, it's your preference. Would you like more lighting? Would you like less? All of these it's up to you guys. You might want to add some lighting like underneath each one of these stairs. You might want to stagger it like this. You might think that that's too much, too less. It's completely up to you with the lighting, but you can see that that's how we've came to the stairs. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to add a layer of nether brick fence right here. So I just want to kind of have like this bit sectioned off. I want a layer of nether brick fence here to kind of just make it a little bit... just to make it a little bit nicer, just so you don't fall off and break your neck or whatever you may do. I know this is Minecraft, but still, you have necks that can be broken. What else can we have? Oh, so what we have to add is, we have to add a layer of red wool in this position. So, can you see this where we had this like empty space here next to this layer of polished andesite, do a row of red wool that kind of like comes all the way across, and this will just kind of like separate that. I guess it's stupid to have placed the fence there now. I feel a little bit stupid. So we just want to have a layer of red wool that kind of just turns this into a big hallway like that. And if you want to, just make it look a little bit nicer, why don't we get some polished andesite? And why don't we do polished andesite? Knock out this layer of red wool here, place a row of polished andesite on top, and then we can throw in the layer of nether brick fence, and that just looks a little bit nicer, doesn't it? And then we can continue to fill this in with red wool, and this is just going to turn into a big hallway. And we are going to light this up a little bit more. So we've already lit up this on one side, and we have to light it up on the opposite side as well. So now that we have like an actual structured hallway, the entrance to the house, starting from the right hand side here of the wall that we've just created. So coming in to the left, we want to count in and find the fourth block coming in. So this will be the first block, second, third, and fourth. In front of this fourth block, we want to place a glowstone and then go up on top of the glowstone by 3. That's 1, 2, and 3. We then want to go left of that by 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we want to go down until we hit the ground, like that. Then inside of this, we want to do a layer of black wool just inside of the glowstone to kind of make a little entrance. Knock out the 2 center blocks in the entrance, and it'll lead us into this dark room here. You might want to light up this little dark room a bit, just so that you can see what you're doing, but we are going to be adding in our own lighting, like we're going to add in a nice little bit of lighting here. So this is a room that we're going to be working with. We have to do 2 things. So first of all, we're going to add in a floor. This floor is going to be in line with the floor that we have outside, if that makes any sense. So can you see where we have the floor outside? We don't want there to be any sort of drop, or we don't want there to be any sort of ascension, so we just want to add a layer of red wool that kind of just in this row right here, like in the same level. We just want to have a layer of red wool that is in the same level as the part outside. So we don't want to have to drop, we don't have to want to come up anywhere, we just want to add a layer of red wool that is just in the same level. So it's going to take us a little while to fill this in, so I'm probably not going to do this bit on recording, so I'll tell you what else we're also going to be doing. So we're going to be filling the entire floor in with red wool. You can see we even want to do it where we have this little crevice back here, so we want to also fill that in, and then we want to add a layer of red wool. Like, can you see where we have the back of the actual like chute for where the prize is going to be? Well, we want to do a layer of red wool that kind of comes all the way across the wall. So we kind of want to just separate this big giant rectangular room off from where the entrance is, and we just want to have a massive layer of red wool that, like I said, it just kind of wants to separate where the entrance is. And we also want to have the same thing where we have this little crevice back here. We also want to separate that off with red wool, so we just want to have a nice big giant empty room. And what we also want to do, I'll show you how to do the lighting. So we're going to be doing quite a few things in one go. So for the lighting, we're going to take out our black wool and we're going to do a rectangular shape with our black wool. So we're going to go all the way around the top of this room with our black wool. We're just going to go all the way around the edge of it like this with our black. And after we've done this, we can then add in all of the individual lights. So there's going to be loads and loads of strips of lights inside of this room, and we just want to have them encompassed in this giant black rectangle. And to do all of the lights, it's actually quite easy. So it'll look like this, starting from this far end where this like little crevice is, where that little mini room was. We want to, coming across, going from left to right like this, we want to do this pattern with our glowstone. We want to do 3 glowstone, 1 black, 3 glowstone, 1 black, 3 glowstone, 1 black, 3 glowstone. Like that. So we just want to come from the front to the back. Then for the next row, what we want to do is we want to do a layer of white stained glass. So it'll look like that. And then for the next layer, we want to do 3 glowstone, 1 black, 3 glowstone, 1 black, 3 glowstone, 1 black, 3 glowstone. Then for the next layer, white stained glass. You guys might be able to see where this is going. So that's how the lights are going to look, and I think that it gives them kind of like a quite cool effect. So That's how the lights will look, coming all the way across the room, and that provides pretty much sufficient lighting for the entire room, so that's how the lights are going to look. We've also turned this into a big giant rectangular room. We have to add the red wool that is going to serve as the floor for this room, plus what we also have to do, we just have to knock into this a little bit. We're going to have a hallway that leads us into our big giant room, and we just want to have it so it looks like this. We don't want to, I mean, if you wanted to, you could do this. If you wanted to, you could have these two rooms that we have like left and right of the hallway. You could turn these into little secret rooms if you so chose, but I'm not doing that. I'm just having a nice red hallway that takes us from the outside of the claw machine into the inside of the claw machine. So where we have this hallway, into this hallway, into the actual big giant room, which is kind of like the living quarters. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to finish filling in the floor of this room because it's going to take a little while, and I'll be back in just a moment once I've actually filled it in with red wool. So I'll be back in a second once I've done that. Oh, and I'm also going to be doing the lighting, and I expect you guys to do the same thing. Fill in the floor, add in the lights, and then we can talk some specifics about the room. I'll be back in just a second. Alright, so as you can see, we now have our living quarters pretty much sorted out. We have the floor taken care of, and we have some pretty nice looking lights taken care of as well. Feels kind of arcadey in here, that's what I like about it. So we have our big giant room, we have this little mini hallway, and we also have this hallway outside, plus we have the chute. So let's take care of all of the stairs and the hallway outside, and then we'll talk about the actual large room that we'll be living in. So for the chute, we have to add some more stairs. So we're going to be adding more stairs to this because we want to have the actual like claw machine part of this, like where the prizes would be. We want this to be accessible. That's what we want to have. We want this to be accessible. So we want to have something which should look, and I just have to place some placement stairs. We want to have something which should look a little bit like this. So if you can see, hang on, we just want to add enough stairs in here, and there's got to be a better way to do this. Maybe, hang on, let me see if I've got that right. Oh, and then we place, I see where I went wrong, and then a stairs here, and then a stairs here, then boom, boom, and then it will be a stairs here. So you can see that we kind of want to continue the stairs on from where we have like the stairs taking us up to the hallway. We want to continue the stairs on, and we want to have kind of like where the stairs meet halfway, when you kind of like get around that bend where the stairs meet halfway, want to separate off with a stone brick block, and we kind of want them to travel up the center, and these will be fully functional. We can jump in here, and now we're in the prize room for the claw machine. We will be doing something with this later on, and if you want to, you can also make these stairs a little bit nicer. You can add upside down stone brick stairs where and when you choose. We don't need that there, do we? No. So we just use the stone bricks to make things look a little bit, not to make them look a little bit, so we could actually place the stairs. So there we go. We've improved things a little bit, and if we want to, we can also add some torches on the sides of the stairs. No, we can't. No, we can't. And never mind. You don't even need to, really, anyway. For some reason, I thought you could. You might want to add, like, one here, and you might just want to add, like, one here, just to lighten things up a bit, or not. Completely up to you. So that's the stairs taken care of. Let's talk about this hallway that we have right here. So for this hallway, I'm going to get rid of everything that I have right here, and I'm going to grab some purple, some yellow, and some orange carpet, some lime green, some cyan, some dark blue, some magenta, some pink, maybe even a bit of white. And I just want to have a little bit of carpet that takes us to the entrance of the house here. So I just want to have a bit of carpet that kind of like takes us to the entrance of the house, and maybe I don't even want it to be, maybe I want it to look like this. So let's get rid of this strip of yellow here, and let's use some purple here. So I kind of just want to have a little bit of a directional walkway, if you guys can see what I'm talking about, that kind of just takes us to the entrance of the house. So people actually, oh, we'll just have to get rid of those torches, won't we? So people will actually know, like, when they walk up, like, oh, can we actually just walk up and walk into the claw machine? That's pretty cool. But I want this stop off as soon as, like, like this high in the stairs, like, hey, what's this colourful path? Where does this take us? Oh, there's a room up here. Instead of people like actually walking up the stairs and just being like, oh, okay, so there's a bit of a room here, and just like continue and walk on. I want them to be enticed to explore. And for this little hallway that we have here leading into the room, you might want to make this a little bit more colourful. You might just want to kind of have like a little bit of a rainbow theme with the carpet. I think that that's quite nice. I quite like that. There we go. And talking about the actual interior for this room, that's what we're going to be focusing on now. So that's all of the stairs taken care of. That's the little walkway taken care of. Let's talk about this room. So get rid of everything that you have, and we will start with, let's start in one corner and let's work our way across. So in this corner right here, there's going to be a TV. To build that, we're going to need some dark oak wood planks. We'll also need some oak stairs. We will also need some stone brick stairs, and we'll need black wool. We'll need buttons, and we'll also need some paintings. And shortly after that, we're going to need some dark oak wood slabs. We will need some dark oak wood stairs, and I believe that we'll also need some oak wood slabs as well. So this will set us up for the next couple of things. So starting from in front of this corner here, we want to place a dark oak wood plank. Then going right of this, we want to have a row of 5 upside down oak wood stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then another dark oak plank. In the center of the 3 oak wood stairs that we have here, we want to have you see, I've used the wrong material. In the center here, we want to have a stone brick stairs. Then coming up from this, we want to have 2 black wool coming up, extend those 2 black wool going left and right each by 1. This will give us our TV, but what we need is, let's get rid of paintings for a second. We need some stone brick slabs, and we'll just extend. You can see where we have that stone brick stairs. We'll extend that going left and right each by 1 with the slab, and that forms kind of like a TV stand. Let's get rid of the slabs. Let's get the painting out again. And what I'm now going to do is, just for the TV, I'm going to kind of just fill it up a little bit with paintings, just to make it look a little bit more interesting. If you want to go for a specific size painting, or if you want less on there, then you can, but I just wanted to put something on the screen to make it look a bit more colourful. And on top of the 2 dark oak wood planks, I'm going to place 2 rows of 2 black wool, and coming out of the black wool, I'm going to place buttons. Those are speakers. Once you've got that taken care of, this is what you want to do next. So you can see where we have these 5 oak stairs. 1 row away from these, on the floor with your dark oak wood slabs, you want to do a row of 5 dark oak wood planks just away from that row right there. And then behind that, you want to add an additional row of dark oak wood slabs. This serves as a bit of a coffee table. That's what that is. Then, 1 row away from the back of the coffee table, against the wall, we want to have 2 dark oak wood stairs coming back here. Then we want to have a row of dark oak wood stairs that comes across, and it is in line with the edge of the coffee table. Then we want to have 2 sideways stairs like this. Can you see what we have here? And then we want to fill the center of the settee in with oak wood slabs. So we want to have something which should look like that, and that's kind of like a bit of a, that's a sofa, that's a coffee table, that is a TV, and I think that looks pretty nice, doesn't it? Am I the only one that thinks so? I think that looks pretty good. Now, once you've got that taken care of, this is what we want to do next. And we're going to be using most of the same material. Kinda not. It doesn't matter though. So once you've got that bit taken care of, come to the back of the room, but in the same place. We're looking for this back corner block right here on the ground. Well, this back corner block on the ground, we want to count inwards, and we want to find the 3rd block. So this will be the 1st block, 2nd, 3rd block. We then want to move to the left by 1 here, and here just mark it out. Place like a dark oak wood plank. And then going left of this, you want to use your dark oak wood slabs, and you want to go left by 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then place a dark oak wood plank. Then we want to take the dark oak wood plank here, and we want to move down from this with our dark oak wood slabs by 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Place a plank. Then go right of this by 4 with the slabs. That's 1, 2, 3, 3 and 4. Actually, it's only 3. You want to go right by 3, then place a plank, and then connect that back together with the dark oak wood slab. So you want to have something which should look like this. What you can then do is just fill the center of this in with like oak wood slabs or whatever. Use a different material, although it doesn't really matter, and I'll show you why. So we now have a table. I'm going to get rid of everything here, and I'm going to grab some birchwood stairs. I'm going to grab some flower pots. My favorite flowers of late is a red tulip, so I'll grab those, and I'll also grab some white carpet. So against the wall, I'm going to place 2 chairs. So like coming in 1 block from each end of the table, I'm going to place 1 chair there, 1 chair there. Same thing on the other side, 1 chair here, 1 chair here. Note that these all are in line with like the TV. So can you see where like the edge of the TV is and the sofa and everything? Like that's all in one line, so it's all quite nice and tidy. What I'm also going to do is place a flower pot on each one of the 4 corners of the table. And also note that the table is 2 blocks away from the sofa and the table is 2 blocks away from the back of the wall. So just in case you were wondering about sizing problems and stuff like that, that's where things are supposed to be. So we now have red tulips. I also decided to place a bit of like a tablecloth on the table, which is why it doesn't matter why we filled the center of that in with oak wood slabs. And then we have like a nice little dining table where people can eat and stuff. So we have like a sofa, TV if you want to sit and watch it whilst you're eating, and we have a bit of a dining table. Let's talk about where you're actually going to sleep. So we have a bit of a novelty bed, and it uses quite a few materials, so bear with me. So get rid of everything and grab yourself some red wool, grab yourself some white wool. Also, grab some polished andesite we'll need. We'll also need some levers, whatever you want to call them, I don't really care. You'll also need some item frames, grab yourself some black wool, and you'll also need some light grey wool. Oh, we'll also need some nether brick fence, and grab yourself some iron bars. I know, it's a lot of work to go in to just make a bed, but that's everything you need. So, starting from this front left-hand corner of the table here, where we have this block, we want to move across, and we want to leave a gap of 3 on the ground. So that's 1 block, 2 block, 3 blocks on the ground. We then want to place a red wool on the 4th block. So we want to leave a gap of 3, place a red. Then we want to place 1 red going left, leave a gap of 1, then place 2 red going left. So we have like 2 rows of 2 red. Then behind each one of the reds, we want to do polished andesite. Then we want to take the very end polished andesites and we want to go backwards by 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, just with the end andesites. Connect them together back block to form this sort of shape. We then, on top of these 2 outer red walls, we want to place a light grey carpet on top of those. We want to place levers on top of the red walls on the inside. We then want to, on the outer fronts of the red walls, we want to place an item frame with a black wool inside of them. Those are supposed to be speakers, these things are joysticks. We then want to go on top of each one of those andesites with our white glass. This is going to be a little case, and we want to stack rows of white glass until we are 1 row away from the top of the ceiling. So just keep going round and around until we're 1 row away. We're 1 row away after you have added 3 layers of glass. So just add 3 layers of glass on top of this and you'll end up with something that should look like that. Then add red wool on top of that. So we just want to have red wool on top of this. Then connect the red walls together at the top. Also, do a layer of 2 glass underneath that center red wall just to give you enough room to actually walk into this. Then we can take the nether brick fence and from this black wall that we have inside here, in between the 2 glowstones, extend this down by 2 with your nether brick fence. Actually, do 3. Do 3 nether brick fence and then do 1 iron bar coming down. That's kind of like the claw of the claw machine. What we now want to do is get rid of all of those materials, grab yourself some block of quartz and grab yourself some beds. Destroy the floor of the actual claw machine that we have here. I'm just going to destroy the inside of the floor, this little 3x3 area, and I'm going to place quartz here. And then I'm going to place beds right in the back center. So we now have beds right in the back center. You don't have to have 3 beds if you don't want to. You could, alternatively, just thought this, didn't think about this earlier, you could have some different colored blocks just to kind of like show prizes and stuff. So we could have, for instance, I really should have grabbed more, shouldn't I? Like here, we'll use some blue, a bit of purple as well. So like yellow, we can have there we go. So you can kind of like, this is a bed. You might want to put the claw machine a little bit higher, but it's supposed to be a little mini claw machine bed, if you can see. I think that it's a pretty cool concept, a claw machine within a claw machine. Pretty clever if you ask me. Once you've got that taken care of, this is what you want to do next. So get rid of all your materials and take out an assortment of carpet, like whatever your favorite colors of carpet are that you want to mix into one color, and grab them all. So in front of the bed, and as wide as the bed, yet in line with this little area that we have for, like in line with the area where we have like our sofa and we have our coffee table. So can you see it's going to be as wide as the bed here, and it's going to be like as long as the sofa and the coffee table. This is a positioning. We're going to place like a little rug. That's what this is going to be. It's a little bit of a rug, just to make things a little bit more interesting, just to break the room up a little bit more, because we don't have that much left to add to this room. We're actually rapidly running out of space, really. We don't have a massive amount left, so we kind of have a nice little patchwork mug, a little patchwork rug that looks very much like Elmer the elephant. So we have a TV set, we have a dining table, we have a rug, we have a bed. What do we have left to do next? So what we're now going to do is we're going to come to this opposite back corner, and as I adjust my plans, we're going to come back to this opposite back corner, and we're going to have a kitchen. So for this kitchen, what we're going to need? We're going to need some block of quartz, we're going to need some oak wood planks, we'll also need some polished andesite, we'll also need some stone brick stairs. Also grab yourself some furnaces. Also grab yourself some trap doors, wherever those are, the wooden ones. Also grab yourself some dark oak wood planks. We'll need those. Then grab yourself a tripwire hook and some levers. We might need some more things later on. So starting from this back corner of the claw machine, we want to have 3 polished andesite in the corner. Then coming across towards the front of the claw machine, we want to have 3 furnaces, 1, 2, 3, followed by 1 oak wood plank, then followed by 2 quartz stacked on top of each other. Then coming across the back of the claw machine, we want to have 3 oak wood planks, that's 1, 2, 3. Then parallel above that row of 3 oak wood planks, we want to, leaving a gap of 2, have another row of 3 oak wood planks. Then we want to have wooden trap doors in front of those oak wood planks. So we want to have something which should look like this. Then above the furnaces, leaving a gap of 1, we want to have a row of 3 upside down stone brick stairs, like that. Then on top of the center stone brick stairs, we want to have a row of polished andesite. This is kind of going to be the cooking area. What you can now do is get rid of, what don't we need? We don't need the stone brick stairs, and we actually need to grab ourselves some buttons. The buttons are just so that we can throw them on the front of the fridge, like this. Then we want to, 1 row away from the fridge, coming outwards, we want to do 3 dark oak wood planks, that's 1, 2, 3. Then coming across towards the back where we have these planks, we want to do a row of 4 dark oak wood planks, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then come forwards by 2. Then we want to go left by 1 with the regular oak wood planks, 1 with the quartz, 1 with the planks. Then behind each one of these 3 materials, we want to place polished andesite. This is going to be a sink area. Then on top of each one of those andesites, we want to place a lever on top of the left and right one, I should say. On top of the center one, we want to place a polished andesite. Coming out of the center one towards the quartz, we want to place a tripwire hook. And that will be the little kitchen area. I don't think that there's anything left to add. No, there isn't. Oh, there is actually. Get rid of all your materials and grab yourself some white carpet and some black. In the floor around the island for the kitchen, we're just going to have an alternating pattern of black and white wool. Just as you'd see in regular kitchens, I think it makes it look a bit more interesting. I quite like it. There you go. Once you've got the kitchen taken care of, we're now going to do an additional seating area. For the seating area, we're going to need dark oak wood planks. We'll need some birchwood stairs. We'll also need some dark oak wood slabs, and we'll also need birchwood slabs. So, coming towards the front here, 2 blocks away from the fridge, we want to leave a gap of 2 and place a dark oak wood plank. Then going left, we want to have a row of 4 birchwood stairs. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Dark oak wood plank. Then 1 row away from the sofa that we've created, we want to have a row of dark oak wood slabs. That's a row of 6 dark oak wood slabs away from the sofa. Extend the corners towards you, each by 2. connect the second blocks together and fill in the center of that little shape in with birchwood slabs. That's a bit of a sofa area. So what we have here is a pretty full looking room now. We have a kitchen, we have a bit of a lounging area, we have a bed, we have a rug, we have a TV area, we have a dining table. What's left? Well, the last thing that I have left to design is a secret room. That's right, this even has a secret room, and that is why we kept this little alcove here. So we have a secret room positioned right here, and we're just going to knock out these 4 center blocks, and we're going to take out some signs. Where are those signs? Where are they? We're going to take out the signs, and we're just going to place signs on the outer parts of this little secret room. So there we go, signs here, here. And that should allow us to place some paintings. And we basically just want to find a painting. That one would work, by the way. We want to find a painting, or a series of paintings, it's kind of up to you, that is big enough to kind of like encompass the entirety of this little secret the secret doorway. It might take a second, or it might take a couple of tries here. Maybe we'll try the other side. We did find a painting that's big enough, so we just want to have, give it a second, it will give us a massive one in a moment. We just want to have, or you know what's even easier to find, because it doesn't really matter that much, we can just have one. There we go. So we just have signs here, and we can just have one space to put this painting. So, oh, there we go. So there we go. Perfect. That's what we want to have. We want to have 2 spaces here to allow you to walk into the room, put signs on the side of them, then put a painting over them to hide it. And it almost looks as though that painting is there because, oh, it's just a bit of art to look at. People might not realize. So we're also going to add some artwork here, just to kind of like throw people off a little bit. So you know where we have like the back of the chute, like right in the center, we're just going to add a little bit of artwork here. And this is just going to serve as a little bit of a ruse so that people don't expect it. So can we place one here? No, come on. Come on. It might take a while to get a proper size painting. You know how Minecraft is sometimes. But there we go. We've got three in a row, but it doesn't matter. We're just going to fill this wall up with paintings. So it doesn't look so silly that we have one right here. But in reality, we have a nice little bit of a secret room. And in this secret room, you might want to hide your valuables. You might want to hide some chests. You might want to have a gold room. Something that I like to have in my houses is a gold room, so that I can sit and contemplate. All of my gold. I know it sounds a little bit weird, but I don't know. That's something that I like to do. So you might want to add an end chest right at the back, and you might want to even light it up a little bit with torches. So here, and there you go. So we can now like walk through this painting, and here we have like a little hidden room. And just above this, you might even want to put a couple of like sneaky clues. You might want to have like I don't know, like in this sign. Oh well, we didn't write anything, did we? We might want to have something like hidden. And we might just want to have like hidden, and then because we've kind of like got a guy kind of like contemplating this, you might just want to put a little bit of a sneaky clue, like hidden man, like label the artwork. But in reality, it's a little bit of a clue, like hey, it's hidden. Nice little bit of a room. You walk through the painting, you have an ender chest, and that is kind of like the main room sorted out. That's pretty much everything. It's quite filled up. It's looking nice. It's looking bright. It's looking colourful. It's looking really, really cool. You walk into this, and I think that's a nice surprise. It's like, hey, I didn't expect this. This is quite cozy. So once you've got this main room taken care of, let's talk about what you can do up above here. So I don't have anything particularly creative to add up here, but you can see where we have these two heads. We have this creeper head, and we have this enderman head. Well, not only could you add additional heads if you want to. For instance, you might want to add like a pig's head. Let me show you how to make a pig. So if you wanted to add like a pig's head up here, and you could do the same with Steve, you could do the same with any one of the mob's heads. You just want to start off with like a row of 6 of whatever your material, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pink wool. And then we want to take the end blocks, we want to extend them coming forwards by 5, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then connect them together at the front. Then for the pig, we're just going to want to have, raise up these corners each by 5, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you start off with a 6x6 cube, everything's quite easy. Then we're going to take this third row down, knock out that block, place a white on the outside, black on the inside, 2 pink coming across, 1 black, and then 2 pink, and then 1 black, 1 white on the outside. Fill in the front of that. Also grab yourself some purple wool. We can then just fill in the first 4 middle blocks here at the bottom with pink. We can then do a purple on the end of the tops of that row, pink in the center, then pink on top. And then we have kind of like a pig's head. And then you can just fill that in with pink wool if you want to. And that, I know that it's kind of close together to the Enderman head, and I know that it's right behind it, but that also, it's going to serve a little bit of a purpose, and I'll show you why. So, what you could do with each one of these heads, and I should really talk about this once I've actually finished doing this, but hey, what you could do with each one of these heads is you could have a little bit of a surprise in these heads. You could have a little bit of a secret room, and it doesn't have to be in all of them. So like this creeper you could leave alone, this pig you could leave alone, but if you wanted to be very sneaky, and this is why we built the pig so close, you could knock out the back of the Enderman head here, and you could, inside of this, you could have like a diamond room, and in the diamond room you could have some chests, or you can have, I don't know, you could have whatever you wanted to put in here. It doesn't really matter. You could have like some armor stands. You could even have just like a well done, you found it message. Just a little bit of an Easter egg I think would be cool inside of the backs of this. And if you wanted to kind of like make it a little bit more inconspicuous, maybe you want to use a dark door, although I'm not sure that yeah, as you're walking by, that's a little easier to see than just like the empty black. Hang on. We just went a little mental there with our black wall, so you might want to call out some of the heads, and you might even just want to leave a gap of 1, and it's something that you can leave. So like as you're walking by, it's something you might notice, like, hey, what is that? Oh my god, a diamond room. You see, I don't know, I just think that it's kind of a cool idea, and if you wanted to, like, you could put the ender chest in here, and you could add some lights, and you could do whatever. So you could add some more mob heads, you could add some more prizes. There's definitely room for at least another 2 if you don't count the pig. So the 2 that we had originally, add another 2, you've probably got enough room. You could stack them on top of each other, you could make the prizes bigger, you could make them smaller if you wanted to. You could just make a little Easter egg, a literal Easter egg, I mean, like you could make like a, I don't know, I've never made an Easter egg before. I don't know how to make an Easter egg. Hang on. We can probably sort this out. It can't be that hard. You know what? We're not even the right shape. But if you wanted to, you could make like a little Easter egg, probably out of better colours. And you could just add these little things as prizes. So you don't have to have like big, massive mob heads kind of like swarming the top of this. You can add loads of little prizes. And if you wanted to, you could even add some carpet up here. So kind of, you know how we have like that multicoloured rug downstairs? You could do the same thing up here if you wanted to. Just to make it look a little bit brighter, if you guys can see what I'm talking about. And there you go, guys. That's pretty much all of my ideas for the claw machine. We've got everything sorted out here. Oh, also, I think that I did do this in the actual tutorial. Let's do some stairs that actually lead us up to the inside of this. So we just want to have some stairs here, here, and here. The reason that I'm adding these is because we're actually going to take a look. So just to take a look from the outside, the claw machine, we want to have something which should look like that. And I think that actually looks quite a bit better with the pig, and with like, it would look better with some colours added as well. And we have like that little Easter egg looking thing. But from the outside, if you wanted to get in here, you would just simply, you'd simply walk up these stairs that we have. You can then just walk up these circular stairs. You can come all the way up here. It's like, oh, what is this carpet? This is purple and yellow. I'm intrigued. Then you walk through this hallway. You find this door first, and you're like, hey, what's this? You walk through this hallway, it's like, oh my god, what have I found? We have a TV, we have the dining table, we have this really interesting looking bed that I quite like, we have this kitchen area, we have this. It's like, oh, there's some art on the wall. Hidden man. What? You walk through here, boom, ender chest. Oh, what? Notch apples? That's crazy. And then you can just walk outside, and it's like, I'm kind of bored with this now. Why don't we see if we can actually get up into the inside of the claw machine? Wouldn't that be amazing? I think that I would absolutely love that. It's like, oh my god, I actually can. Imagine that the whole floor is all colourful and stuff. It's like, what is that? That looks reminiscently like an Easter egg. That's a creeper head. That's an Enderman head. That's a pig head. That looks so cool. And then you're just like walking past. It's like, oh wow. a little space here. Ender chest again. Oh, you probably wouldn't place to ender chest. You'd probably place like a regular chest, but I don't know. I think that's a really cool concept for a house. It's one of the cooler ones that you can do, and it's not that difficult to do either. All of this, all in all, probably takes you less than an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours. But it depends how creative you want to be. It depends how much work you want to put into it, and it depends how much how nice you want it to look. It's kind of completely up to you. But there you go. That's my claw machine. That's the house. That's the interior. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, I'd really appreciate it if you could give this video a like, a favorite, a share. If you wouldn't mind, I put a lot of effort into this, into the interior. I put a lot of thought into it. Believe it or not, I did actually put quite a bit of work into this. So if you like it, please give it a like, give it a favorite, give it a share. If you want me to do more interiors, it only helps if you do show me the love. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate that. It lets me know that you want to see more. It lets me know that you guys are still interested. Check out the card system for, I'm only going to leave one video, and that I'm going to leave the claw machine house tutorial, plus it's going to be in the description below as well. So please guys, if you did like this, like, favorite, share if you wouldn't mind. Subscribe if you haven't already. We do loads of weird stuff on this channel. You'd love to stick around. Comment down below. Let me know. Do you like this? Do you want me to do more interiors? Do you have some different ideas for some houses? I think I might do an arcade machine next. I think that would be an amazing house. Also, check out the card system for the claw machine house if you haven't made it yet. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.